is that fentanyl was put in a sippy cup and there was liquid mixed into it and it was given to Charlotte, and that's how she died.
Parenthood is considered to one of the most rewarding thing in life by many. There are those who would not think twice to lay their own lives to protect their children. But what happens when a parent does the unthinkable?
Like marks on his face. You never noticed the marks on his face?
From someone destroying the lives of her 3 children to someone conspiring with her fiance to do the heinous act. Here are some incidents when the detective realizes the mom is the killer.
I did this a long time. I want to know what's going on around me, you know?
The incident revolved around a 40-year-old woman named Darlene Nicole Brister. On the 25th of June, 2022, in Paulding County, Georgia, a mother was accused of stabbing 3 of her children to death inside their home and then after the brutal slaughter. Police came to know about the incident and began their investigation. As the officers embarked on their quest for deeper understanding, they encountered pivotal witnesses whose testimonies unveiled crucial aspects of the case. The initial witness shed light on the intricate dynamics of Darlene's relationship with her husband. Conversely, the second witness delivered grim tidings regarding the fateful night when tragedy befell the innocent children. Additionally, she divulged details of her emotional state during her interaction with the authorities, granting the investigators a significant advantage in unraveling the complexities of the case.
Do you mind giving us a statement?
I've done a written one.
You did a written one already?
Yeah, me and my neighbor over there, he came and got me when the girl jumped out the window. I know him a little bit, the man, the dad. I mean, he'll come over here and talk to me sometimes, but, I don't know him that well. But I know Sunday, I was out here drinking coffee, and Sunday morning he was packing all his stuff up, like all his clothes, shoes, everything. He threw the baby car seat out on the driveway and the stroller, because they got a minivan. He was taking everything out of it, putting out like all his stuff. And I noticed he was gone all week. He wasn't here all week long, and that's rare because they don't work or nothing. They're usually there all the time.
Neither one of them work?
Not that I know of. They're there all day, every day. And so I figured, and see, back, I think it was, I want to say around December, I'm probably wrong on that. The cops got called out here, and they took her away and everything. And he came over here, like, later that evening or the next day, and explained to us what was going on, and saying that she had got a knife or something and threatened to kill all of them and stuff like that. And I was like, man. And he said that's why they took her away, because they was going to have her evaluated or something.
Yeah.
And, then a couple of days later, she was back.
You ever seen the kids come out?
Yeah, they'll play out back all the time. Yeah, you see them out back playing all the time.
You know how many there are?
I think that my wife says there's 7.
That's correct. Okay. I just wondered.
Yeah, I think my wife said, like I said, she's a parapro at the school, so she's big with kids, and so she said there's 7.
Okay.
I think 4 boys, 3 girls, I think she was saying last night. I just knew there was a bunch of them. I never really counted them or nothing, but she did, I think.
Have you ever heard them fighting or arguing?
Oh, yeah. But it would never be like nothing like, I would say, like aggressively, but you would hear them bickering back and forth, But never no slamming or, breaking stuff or cussing or nothing like that, But you would hear them, going back and forth, not often, but I did hear it.
You're right now.
Right. So we are canvassing the neighborhood, trying to talk to everybody that's around that is near this house right here. After what happened on Friday. Okay. Did you hear about it? You know what we're talking about?
I watched it.
You watched it. Okay. Do you know the family that lives in that house?
Not very well, but they did come and ride bikes all the time, and they were very nice. It was very weird to see that.
The kids used to ride bikes?
The kids, the mom, the dad, talked to all of them. They were all nice. And the little boy, Dante, used to come over here and play all the time.
Okay.
And the dad sat on the back porch with me for like 30 minutes watching his son play. So I didn't expect that to happen.
Okay. Had you heard of any, or did you know of any history of any domestic abuse that happened in the house, or any?
Well, with her having 7 kids, of course you hear the kids and her and everybody yell all the time. I mean, I yell at my kids too.
Yeah.
So it wasn't something different. I've never heard her scream anything rude or mean, nothing like that.
Did the kids ever complain of anything going on in the house?
I asked my son that yesterday, and he said no. I've never heard the kids say anything, but I asked my son because he plays with Dante a lot, and he said that he's never said nothing mean. That his mom bought him toys all the time.
Okay. Did you ever speak with the mom personally?
Yes, but no. I mean, she was with her kids and the husband, and we would just talk about how the day's going, weather, things like that. There was nothing different. I've never been to their house or anything.
Okay.
Did you see anything personally when the situation happened?
Yes, but no. The mom was in the backyard, and I did not know that. The whole time we were standing right there at my neighbor's back fence, but it was also like right there at their back fence.
Mm-hmm.
And she was in the backyard the whole time, and we didn't know that until the police officers were telling her to get down on the ground or put her hands up, something like that.
Okay. What did you witness before that? Like when it all began?
Oh, I didn't witness nothing before that.
Okay.
Yeah, if you just writes a witness statement about her character with the kids and stuff like that, just like you told us, and then what you saw.
That's not going to help her, right? Because she needs to be there.
No, that's not going to help her. We're just saying that her character before and then her character now.
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly what you just told us.
Yeah.
Just to show the court system that, you know, how the neighbors saw her act beforehand with the family. Versus what occurred.
I don't know if they're religious, but I honestly thought she must be possessed or something. It was a complete turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
She's like went insane or something. And I understand she's homeschooling 7 kids, but that's a mental breakdown, not a do what she did thing.
Yeah. If you just write this witness statement, it'd be great.
Do I need to do it while we're here? Or?
Yes, because we have to sign it at the bottom.
The third witness provided insights into Darlene's relationship with her children, while the fourth witness illuminated her savage demeanor and her actions on that harrowing night.
Good morning. Good morning. We are detectives with the Paulding County Sheriff's Office. Okay. We're coming around to speak to the houses in the area in regards to the situation that happened, on Friday night.
Okay.
Did you know that family there by chance?
No, I'd see her walking, like her kids and the dad, but I don't know them. I know Lisa had, the woman up there, she said she was her best customer, like when she did all her yard sales.
Okay. So that house, right? Which house?
She's in the White House, right up from them. Yeah.
Okay. We'll go speak with her as well then. So you said that you saw them walking around together?
Yeah, just walking their kids.
Okay.
Did you witness anything Friday night?
No.
Well, okay.
No, I just seen all the stuff out there, and I heard about it yesterday morning.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Good. We're detectives with the Paulding County Sheriff's Office.
Uh-huh.
All right. We are coming around speaking to residents in the area because of what happened on Friday night with that house right there. Did you know the family by chance?
Yeah, I don't.
You did?
I know a little bit about them.
Okay. How was the household? The family household?
They stayed together. They speak to cause nobody. We just only one really spoke. But that's only briefly. That's it.
Only briefly?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you know of any arguments or any domestic violence, domestic abuse that would happen in the household?
I know sheriff had to come over there and get her out of there because she tried to kill everybody. That was about October, November, something like that.
When was this?
About October last year.
October last year?
Mm-hmm.
Who was it that had to come get her?
The sheriff. Sheriff and the police.
Okay, yeah.
And we got her. She stayed gone for about a couple months, something like that. They came back. They said she was all better, except she felt better. Then this bad stuff, not this, but something before that, they got to argue. Well, she got to argue with him again. They said she gonna do the same thing. She said she want to kill them.
Did you witness anything or see anything Friday night?
No, only thing I seen was strange Friday. The car usually be parked right there in front of the garage.
As though the car was parked in front of the garage?
You know, I said usually be parked in front of the garage.
Okay.
And it was strange, she parked it way uphill. I don't know why.
She parked, where
was the car parked?
Past the mailbox, past the mail, all the building.
Okay, so the car was past the mailbox, and that's the first time you ever seen it there?
Never seen it there before.
Whose car was that?
That's the burgundy car.
Was it her car?
I guess her car.
Okay.
And the kids usually be out playing. I hear the kids play all day. They've been back and forth to the store though. But they ain't been outside and played all day.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only strange I heard about it. The next thing I know, I was looking at wrestling, and it seemed like it was really 3D because I heard glass and everything. I was like, the next thing I know, I see a little girl running. Yeah. I go, oh my God, I know she was trying to kill the kids. That first thing came to my mind. The next thing I know, it was exactly what it was. The girl says, my mother cut the newborn, the youngest one,
Mm-hmm.
stabbed the youngest one. So she said, no, she dead. And then she, so everybody take sleep pills, go to sleep. Mm-hmm. Then she burned it down, that's what I heard.
And the girl told you that?
So they were told Russell. I heard it though. It sounds terrible, that though. The first thing, because he came back the night of the when all this over with. And then I said, everybody want me to shut up, but I just want to know. I'm like, why? I'm just saying, if you leave, why you leave the kids? Why don't you just call somebody? Because I thought they just was arguing. I thought they would come back. Well, I'm just saying, why you gonna leave the kids there? Especially if she will kill them. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? They snapped like that. That's all the kids been here today. Everybody said I shouldn't be talking about it. I'm like, that's how it is though. I'm just saying, why you going? I'm just saying, you the only one leave. You don't think they ain't armed or what? I don't know. I'm just maybe I'm wrong.
No.
But I just hate seeing kids. Man, I couldn't stop crying. I hate that right there, man.
The fifth witness talked about the confrontation of Darlene with her children, which was nothing less than a horror movie. On the other hand, the last and sixth one talked about her relationship with Darlene and her feelings regarding the incident.
Hi. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
We're detectives with the Paulding County Sheriff's Office.
Yes, ma'am.
We are coming to speak with houses, to people in the area near the house of everything that occurred on Friday.
Okay.
Were you guys home when that happened?
Yes, ma'am. My husband, he's a retired police officer. He went out there, and let me get him.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hello, good. How are you, sir?
Pretty good. Sorry, I was asleep.
No, you're fine.
You what?
They can come in.
Yeah, y'all can come on in.
Okay, thank you.
We're in the mess.
No,
Sorry.
you're fine.
fine.
Yes, ma'am. No problem at all. So I'm Detective Herring, and this is Detective Rittenhour with Paulding County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah.
Right. So we're just coming out to speak with anyone that's in the area of the house.
Yeah.
Right there with everything that happened on Friday night. I was told that you were outside.
I came out. I heard my next door neighbor. I worked with Douglasville. You probably see for 27 years. I just retired in January.
Okay.
So we were in here watching TV and stuff, and I heard what sounded like a gunshot, which people hunt out here and stuff. I hear them all the time out here, but it sounded close. And so I went outside trying to see what was going on, and I just saw the fire trucks, and I think one police car up the street at that time, because none of the cars that were in front of my house were here then. Mm-hmm. And what I did was I just went outside and was trying to figure out what was going on, because I was like, well, like y'all would do,
Yeah.
I did this a long time. I want to know what's going on around me, So I just kind of stood out here by my truck and just watched as the officers were in the front yard. I never saw anybody other than the three children that my next door neighbor had already brought over to his house, which were the three girls. I think he said 11, 13, and 15-year-old or something. It was the older children.
Okay. Did you see anything? Did you see the fire or anything?
I just saw the officers going in to the house and then searching around the perimeter of the house. I never even saw her. because, well, I never left further than my tree line right there by the neighbors. So that distance at nighttime, I couldn't really see much of what was going on. And, you know, I've been doing it, I did it a long time. So, you know I'm not going to go up there and try and get in the way or anything, because I can't do now. You know, it's not like when I was working or something, but, so I just kind of stood out here, and then my neighbor came over and talked to me for a few minutes and told me, he said that, that basically he had heard yelling or something, and he saw the girls over there, and one of the girls was hurt, and he saw the smoke, and so he ran over there and helped get the girls over to his house.
Which neighbor was that?
Right here, Trey, right next door.
801?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that his wife might have been the caller.
Yeah.
Because he said that basically he said that he'd had a previous incident with, I guess, the lady's boyfriend at some point over his dog getting in the trash. And so he said, I thought, oh, my dog got loose again when he heard the yelling. And so when he went out there, that's when he saw the girls. I guess they were coming out the window, because he said that they jumped out the window, and that's how the one little girl hurt her ankle.
Did you speak with the girls at all when they were next door?
I didn't, no. Because while I was standing out there talking to him, one of your officers was out talking to the girls.
Okay.
So, but I never spoke to the girls at all.
Okay.
I've never spoken to the family at all. I used to see the little ones out there playing all the time, like playing in the front yard. But I've never talked to the family that lives there.
Did you ever see the family out besides the kids playing?
Just the kids playing, and I would see like the mom every once in a while in the front yard, and I think there used to be a guy that lived there. But I don't know their name or anything like that, other than what I've seen in the paper now.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you mind writing a statement for us?
No, that's fine.
Just of what you witnessed or anything?
Yeah, not a problem at all. Give me just a few minutes.
Okay.
Let me run. I'm gonna grab a pen out of the back.
No problem.
I'll be back up there. Y'all want old water, Coke, anything like that?
Okay.
You sure?
Good. Thank you, though.
Okay. All right. Y'all gonna have a seat, or you wanna?
We just have to wait for because we have to.
Yeah. I was gonna bring. Let me grab a pen real quick, and I'll be right back.
No problem. So we're calling to speak to any neighbors in the area. Are we aware of what happened over at the house?
Yes.
Okay. One of the neighbors that live on that street told me that the lady that lived at that house used to come by over here. Did you know her?
Well, they would walk around the neighborhood, and like, I'm sorry, I'm asleep. I couldn't sleep after all that. It's like I really have a hard time. My grandson had like a bunch of books, and I was saving until I saw them out again, and I gave them to her. But we didn't ever speak to them very much because they didn't come out very much. Okay. They pretty much just stayed inside.
Okay.
And it just breaks my heart. It does, it breaks my heart. Because I thought that they were good Christian people, you know. And the father, he used to work at Dollar General. And, I mean, he don't work there no more, and he hadn't worked there for a while, but I spoke to him whenever he was up there, you know, and he seemed like a real nice guy, and I pray for him right now, because, you know, I couldn't imagine what he's going through. I spoke to her a couple of times.
Y'all checking on Preston?
No. Preston's not here. They're checking on talking about the baby.
About the house that caught on fire and all that. Yes, sir. Well, all right. Well, we were just checking to see if you guys knew her, or if there's, anything to say about that.
We didn't really know her. I mean, you know, like I said, I spoke to her a couple of times, but nothing like I knew her.
Okay.
If I knew her, I wish I did know her. I wish she was brought with kids instead of doing all that.
Yeah. Well, if you hear anything or see anything, you know, any other neighbors that might have saw it, just give us a call. told, maybe witnessed what happened or anything like that.
Or knew them any better,
Yeah.
something like that.
I don't think anybody did.
Okay.
They stayed to themselves.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. Sorry for interrupting.
Oh, it's okay. Thank you.
The father wasn't there, right? I mean, he's doing what he can.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Darlene Nicole Brister will spend the rest of her life in prison for killing 3 of her young children, stabbing them to death inside their home and setting it on fire. In September 2022, prosecutors filed paperwork seeking the death penalty against her, but after a later plea deal, the death penalty was taken off the table, and she was ordered to serve 3 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole. Brister is serving out her triple life sentence at the Arundel State Prison in Georgia. While Darlene committed the heinous act by herself, our next individual took it one step further when she carried out her murderous act with plans to spin it around to appear as an accident. Let's see what happens when someone conspires against their own child with their fiancé.
When was the last time you went to school?
This is the second year being homeschooled.
The incident revolved around a 30-year-old woman named Amanda Hins. On December 13th, 2019, in Kensington, Amanda was questioned by police after she was accused of killing her fiancé's 10-year-old son, Dakota Collins. Authorities say the boy suffered extreme abuse and was tortured for years before the couple was caught. Then the police investigated the case and brought her into an interrogation room for further questioning. Committing a crime in cold blood doesn't earn you bouquets and gifts from the police. Amanda faced the harsh reality of her actions, answering tough questions she likely never anticipated. It's a stark reminder of how karma works its course.
And you're Amanda, correct? Amanda, what's your last name?
Hazel, H-A-N, Z-E,
Okay. And what's your date of birth?
3/23/91.
And your search? Did you have a phone number?
Mm-hmm.
What's your phone number?
937-607.
Okay, and you live at the 1934 Kensington?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. You're being interviewed in regards to the crime of homicide. Okay? Before we ask any questions, you must understand your rights. I'm going to have you read number 1 for me. Out loud, I'm sorry.
The right to remain silent. You do not have to make any statement or answer any questions.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 2, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand that one?
Mm-hmm.
You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions and have a lawyer with you during questioning. Do you understand that one?
Mm-hmm.
If you do not have the money to hire a lawyer appointed by the court or a lawyer from the public defender's office will be provided to you before and during questioning without any cost to you. Do you understand that one?
Mm-hmm.
If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you will still have the right to stop answering at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to a lawyer. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The waiver of rights. The above statement of rights has been read to me. I understand what my rights are. I am willing to make a statement and answer questions. I do not want a lawyer at this time. I understand and know what I am doing. No promises or threats have been made to me. No pressure or coercion of any kind has been used against me. Do you know what the word coercion means?
Mm-mm.
We haven't threatened you or made you any promises.
Am I being charged with anything? Or do I need a lawyer? I don't know what's going on. They haven't told me anything.
Okay, well, Dakota is dead. Okay?
Yeah,
and it's being investigated as a homicide. So I'm going over your rights because we had you come down here, okay? And it's obviously in regards to this homicide, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, honestly, this isn't saying you're being charged with it, but it's not saying you're not, okay? We're just letting you know your rights before we speak to you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you can decide if you want to talk to us. You can stop talking to us at any time, or you can decide not to answer questions that we ask you. It's up to you. Okay? Make sense?
And did they say what happened?
Huh?
Did they say how he died? What happened? I didn't tell you.
That's how we want to talk to you. Okay? How many years of schooling do you have? Or did you have?
My diploma.
You have your degree?
A diploma, high school diploma.
Oh, okay. Diploma. Okay, so 12 years of schooling. Where'd you last go to school?
Wisconsin.
In Wisconsin?
Mm-hmm.
So high school in Wisconsin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just going to have you sign it saying we went over it. Do you understand it? If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask and I'll explain it.
If I sign it, do I still have the right to a lawyer?
Yeah, if you want a lawyer, you can, like I said, you can stop at any time. You request an attorney.
What does waiver of rights mean?
It's just letting you know what your rights are. Okay? It's not taking them away. You don't lose them because you signed this.
Yeah.
You still have those rights and you can use your rights at any time. And that's what I was saying. Like, you can say, okay, I'm done, whatever. Okay? Are you willing to talk to us?
Yes.
Okay.
At this point, the police officer had enough of her attitude and decided to continue with the inquiries and further procedures.
I was looking into like a K-12 or something like that they had. They were going to help teaching, but I kind of left out one mistake.
Did you ever talk to his mother?
Scotta's mother?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I haven't talked to her in years.
So he was in foster care. Why was he in foster care?
His mother put him in foster care.
Okay. And so you guys got him out of foster care.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time he went to school?
This is his second year being homeschooled.
So Josiah, whose baby is Josiah?
It's Al's brother.
His mom's baby?
Yes.
Or dad's?
His mom's. I don't think they know their fathers.
Okay. So how do you guys have him?
She left him with us, and we were just taking care of him. I haven't talked to her in a while. I don't know if she's in jail or what. I haven't talked to her.
Should I just drop him off? And
we went and picked him up. When we picked him up, he had really bad diaper rash. He was underweight. He was with his aunt, which is her sister. She wasn't taking care of him. She sold all his stuff, so we went and picked him up.
And you've had him pretty much his whole life?
Mm-hmm. He was like a year. And then I think Al talks to his mother, but I don't. So I don't know what her plans were. I haven't spoken to her in been a year or so.
So where does everybody in the house, like, where do they sleep?
Well, Al and I have our bedroom. And Josiah sometimes sleeps in our room. He lives with us on the floor, on the couch.
Amanda found herself entangled in a perplexing web. Struggling to find an escape route, the female officer kept her on edge. Despite Amanda's efforts to comply, it was evident she was about to face the painful truth.
Explain to me what all these marks are on Dakota.
What marks?
The marks all over his body.
Someone's looking out the window or what?
No,
I don't look at it.
There's marks on his body.
I don't. He's tearing out his body. I have no idea.
Okay. Somebody said that she said Josiah was visiting from Tennessee.
Yeah, his mom's supposed to be getting him back, but she hasn't gotten a hold of us. We've just been taking care of him.
For how long?
Since April.
Like marks on his face. You never noticed the marks on his face?
I didn't see him this morning. I haven't seen him.
Or maybe this big cut that's on his, like around his foot?
Mm-hmm.
You never noticed that?
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time you saw him?
Last week or so, I've been working 6 days a week trying to get some extra money for the holidays.
Okay, well, there's still a day left.
I know I usually.
So what do you do on that day?
I just had off today and yesterday. I was just sleeping. I've been sick.
So you had yesterday off?
You
didn't see that all yesterday?
I was in my bedroom. I've been sick, probably. Like struck over bronchitis or something.
So where was he?
In the house. Had watching TV all night.
Amanda appeared drained of energy, signaling her surrender. It's a straightforward outcome when one commits a crime and attempts to avoid taking accountability. The odds turn against them, leading to exhaustion. In her desperation, Amanda made a desperate demand that the cop couldn't overlook.
Please, please. Yeah.
Amanda Hinsey pleaded guilty to involuntary manslaughter, kidnapping, and endangering children. She was sentenced to over 20 years in prison. As mentioned before, now we will see someone committing a heinous act on their own child.
Did you give her the sippy cup at all?
I didn't see the sippy cup.
The incident revolved around a woman named Janaea Pratt. On the 5th of April 2018 in Pittsburgh, a mother was accused of killing her 18-month-old daughter by feeding her fentanyl from a sippy cup. The daughter passed away shortly after being brought to the hospital following the incident. The police officers investigated the matter and took the mother into the interrogation room. When a parent remains emotionally detached after the permanent loss of their toddler, they epitomize the essence of monstrosity. Perhaps Pratt is such a demon who doesn't have a bit of pain for her atrocity, and it was evident in the interrogation room. Thus, it's never a smart task to try to avert your misdeed and blame it on somebody else. After all, the cops aren't that imprudent.
You guys took a nap?
We barely fell asleep. By the time I was actually, dozing off, Miss Vernon was knocking at the door.
Okay, and at that time you put her in her bedroom or left her on the couch?
At this time, I had picked her up because she was laying with me on the couch. I'm not sure if she was on top of me or beside me at that point.
Yeah.
I picked her up and I laid her on the couch. And I opened the door and I came to get her off the couch and I put her in her bed.
Okay. Did she eat or drink anything?
My boyfriend told me he made fish sticks and I want to say like French fries or something.
Okay. Now, that was earlier in the day when you guys got back. Did she eat or drink anything?
No, she didn't eat or drink anything. She had left he said she didn't want her sippy cup before they walked out the door to come and get me. So he left the sippy cup there.
Which sippy cup was that?
To my knowledge, it should have been the pink one.
The pink sippy cup?
Mm-hmm.
And where was that located?
I'm not even sure. I wasn't there.
Did he have that or did she have it?
It was left.
It was left there?
She didn't want it on the way out the door.
Okay. When you say on the way out the door, you mean?
When they left to come and get me from school.
Okay, when you came back, that pink sippy cup, do you remember where it was?
I didn't even see the sippy cup.
Did you give her the sippy cup at all?
I didn't see the sippy cup.
Okay. Do you remember it being in her bedroom, that sippy cup?
I think I might have found the sippy cup on the way to, I'm not sure. I just remember, I believe, putting the sippy cup in her bed with her.
Okay. Did you put anything in the sippy cup?
No, there was a red liquid in it, and I know we had Huggies.
Yeah, I remember seeing some Huggies in there.
To be more specific, Happy Drink Huggies.
Is that what they're called?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you, when you were living, I'm just going to show you the picture. This is, is this the same sippy cup you're thinking of?
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you have put liquid in there earlier in the day?
Yes.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was that the same sippy cup that you put the liquid in? Was it before you went to school, when you got home from school, or?
I put a different juice drink in there, and she had a complete fit, and she didn't drink it.
Okay.
So how the red liquid got in, he changed her sippy cup when he fed her.
Okay.
He said she drank a little bit and threw it.
Okay. Out of that sippy cup?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How long can one persist in deliberate falsehoods and expect to deceive law enforcement? It's simply impossible. Additionally, while children may occasionally engage in risky behavior when unsupervised, there are boundaries to their actions. Pratt's actions suggested she was clearly out of her senses and driven by a massive ego.
Anything from a different country?
No, my mother purchased the baby gate that was in her room.
Okay.
I believe she purchased that from Walmart also.
There would be no reason like you would get any packages, say, from China or from Japan or anything like that?
Like directly from them?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
But to your knowledge, you...
I ordered everything from Walmart.
Okay. So just to be clear, the stuff that was in that sippy cup, you did put in or you did not?
I did not.
Okay. Do you have any idea? Well, I'm just gonna be blunt to you. Your child died from fentanyl poisoning.
So why did CYF tell me hypoxic cardiac arrest?
There weren't lab results then. So I'm going to explain this to you, okay? In that sippy cup was fentanyl. In her blood was fentanyl. We just got these results back. It's the same type of fentanyl that people are overdosing every day in Pittsburgh and dying from. Same exact type. Okay. So I need to know how the fentanyl got in the sippy cup. Because right now it's not an accident. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so scientifically, it's impossible for your daughter to put fentanyl in a sippy cup. Okay. Physically, it's impossible for her to do. Scientifically, that's another story. But right now, that's how she died. It wasn't a heart attack. It wasn't any other reason other than she overdosed on fentanyl, which is the same fentanyl that people in the streets are dying on every single day. How'd the fentanyl get in the sippy cup, Janaea?
Just straight fentanyl?
Yeah.
So what is it, like a liquid,
I'm not a scientist. It comes in a liquid form, it comes in a powder form. I'm not exactly sure, but what I am sure of is that fentanyl was put in a sippy cup and there was liquid mixed into it and it was given to Charlotte and that's how she died. So I need to know how that got in there.
I have no knowledge to how fentanyl got in my daughter's sippy cup.
In the familiar pattern of attempting to deceive law enforcement, the complexity began to unravel. Pratt, underestimating the situation, found herself increasingly under scrutiny. Interestingly, her agitation seemed directed towards something other than her deceased daughter. A truly shocking revelation.
It's a homicide. She was poisoned intentionally.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I've been making complaints to my rent office because I've been smelling a funny smell in my house several times returning back to my house.
This is since you've moved, or
No, this is living in apartment number 5.
this is where you used to live? you're
Yes.
saying? Okay. Well, that still wouldn't explain how it got in the sippy cup.
Well, I'm just as clueless as you are. So are you implicating that I put fentanyl in my child's sippy cup?
No, But based on this timeline, I mean, there's only 2 people that could have put fentanyl in the sippy cup. Based on what you just told me about 10 minutes ago. And based on the whole timeline of that day. I need to know how it got in there. Because this investigation is not going away.
Okay, and I'm telling you, I returned to my house from being picked up from school, and I did nothing out of the usual.
Okay.
We took our stuff off, and she ran around and played, and I'm waiting for my social worker to come.
Okay. Do you get fentanyl delivered from China?
I don't know anything about fentanyl.
Okay. Did you ever put anything in her sippy cup other than Huggy juice?
She's drank water. She's drank milk. She's drank Kool-Aid, liquids.
But have you ever put anything in there?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Other than,
I mean, because some parents will give their kids a little bit of, Benadryl or something like that, so they can...
no, that doesn't go in a sippy cup because it's supposed to be measured out, and Benadryl's not supposed to be drank. Tylenol's not supposed to be drank over a specific amount of hours. It's supposed to be 1 dose, and that's it.
Right, I agree with you. But parents...
I'm not one of those people or parents.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. And it wouldn't be the first time, okay? I'm just asking. But we have a problem right now. Is that safe to say that there's a problem? I mean, I have to figure out how this got in there because your baby can't tell me. Is there a reason someone would want to do that? Is there a reason why fentanyl would be in a sippy cup?
No, there's not. And no, there's not a reason anybody would want to.
The amount of fentanyl that was in her system was extremely high. Okay? It was very high. And that's essentially when she drank the sippy cup. Whenever she picked that sippy cup off the bed, it was absorbed very quickly. And once she swallowed it, she didn't have much time to survive.
That's not possible because I didn't physically see her with her sippy cup, and we were at home. I was with her. I can't tell you the exact time frame, but when I got home, because I went to the welfare office a little bit as soon as I left school, there's no possible way.
Well, that sippy cup I showed you that picture of, that's the sippy cup that had it in it.
At this point, the police officer had enough of her attitude and decided to continue with the inquiries and further procedures.
I just want to know how it got in there. That's the big question.
I don't know how it got in there. This is news to me like it's news to you.
If you had to guess how it got in there, is there any way, any guess you could have?
A manufacturing issue with the Happy Drinks?
So you think it could have been the Huggy?
Yes, and as a matter of fact, I took a sip of those Huggies and it didn't really have a pleasing taste to it.
We tested the Huggies. No fentanyl.
So what are you implying?
I'm asking. I'm just asking straight up how it got in there.
And I'm telling you straight up, I have no clue how it got in there.
No clue. Is this something your boyfriend would have done?
He has kids of his own. Why would he hurt my child?
Well, did anyone else have access to the apartment?
Maintenance people, the people who run the place.
So other than the maintenance people and people that run the place, the only person that has access to it is you and Mr. Williams.
Yes.
Was any maintenance people in there recently?
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know? Was anyone in your house that uses heroin?
I wouldn't know what people's personal drugs they use.
But to your knowledge?
No.
Did you have any people in your house that use heroin?
No.
Do you use heroin?
No.
Does your boyfriend use heroin?
No.
Other than smoking weed, do you do any other drugs?
No.
The police officer's unexpected remark left her utterly astonished, creating an atmosphere where Pratt's demeanor seemed to shift as if injected with slow poison by the officer's words. However, her conduct upon exiting the interrogation room was equally astounding.
Your baby had that large amount of fentanyl in her.
I would too.
I mean, it was enough to kill a very large animal.
There's no way my daughter could have got into any type of fentanyl.
I agree with you. I agree. I think someone, just like a bartender, mixes up a drink, put it in that sippy cup. It's the only possible way it could have got in there.
Is there any more questions, officer, detective?
Do you agree with me?
I'm not agreeing because who would do that to a child?
That's
There's
a
no
really
possible way any of
messed
that
up
could have
person. Really messed up person would do that.
There's no possible way.
Well, got in there somehow. And the amount of fentanyl she had could have killed probably 2 horses that was in her system. Okay.
Any more questions?
No.
Am I under arrest?
No.
Can I go?
Sure.
On June 4th, 2019, even though the jury had the option to choose first-degree murder, Pratt was convicted of involuntary manslaughter and will only face a maximum of 10 years for the death of her daughter based on the evidence. For more true crime videos, hit the subscribe button